Hello, wonderful people. Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Joy here with you. I'll be talking about fragrances today, but not any particular fragrance. So if you're looking for a fragrance review, you may actually skip the video. I don't mind at all. But today's purpose to do a fragrance related video that is sort of like a vlogging. It's just to keep some, information out there, keeping the thing real, stuff like that. Like talking about fragrances is one thing. Another thing is sometimes we talk about fragrance related topics that are also very important, because people nowadays, the game is very, very strong. People are really into fragrances. I can see in my own country, I can see how the scenario has changed from a place where people are just like using one or two fragrances. Now people are buying fragrances almost every week, if not every day. So yes, I can see the trend has changed. It feels very good, like sort of like it was a mission for me to spread that love, that hobby, that how do you say, as a reviewer, I thought it would be a good thing, to give a good hobby to people that is positive. Nothing of the addiction is good, by the way, but yes, it's a good hobby to have positive time that you spend on net instead of reading, doing like random things. Fragrances are pure love for me, so I always stand by what I say. I buy my fragrances with my own hard-earned money, and sometimes I do get gifts from my friends and stuff, decants, in terms of decants, full bottles. So as a reviewer, my life is fantastic. Cannot complain too much. I would say alhamdulillah, like all praise belong to God. But today the topics I want to cover, it's not a very formal topic, it's just few talks. I'll try to see if I can make my points. First thing is, fragrances are subjective. All the reviewers will tell you this. All the people who are reviewing, who are responsible, already been there in the game for some time, they're not going to tell you this is next hype, this is something that you must have, you must blind buy and get 50 bottles of it. No responsible reviewers will tell you this, okay? And I'll tell you this because I feel I'm a consumer. I buy my products with my money, and I only buy things I really done research, follow thorough research on every fragrance. I sniffed it with my own nose, the last test, as well as I really want them, I know them, I want it so bad in my collection. So when I see people sometimes these days blind buying a lot of stuff, even the decants of full bottles, and without doing a research, but you actually, sometimes people judge a fragrance too early. Like I noticed it, many people, they sniff a fragrance, oh, I don't like it. After 1 week, they do a complete 360 degrees. I did that myself. So I'm learning, every day is a learning curve. When you get a fragrance, give it some time. Do not judge the book by the cover, okay? Second thing is, do not force yourself to love something that it doesn't work for you. Not guaranteed everything's gonna work for you. Like for example, I review fragrances, I say Cartier Roadster is a fantastic niche quality juice. That is my opinion, that is to my nose, and I'm not lying, because I love this that much. In the part of journey where I am today, maybe when I started my collection or my journey, let's say, I would have loved easily Versace Puram, Hugo Boss bottled fragrances like that. Easily, I would pick them safe ones. Nowadays, I like to play with a little bit daring juice, vetiver, oud, leather, booze, tonka bean, coffee, notes that I was not very big fan of. That is my journey. Many of you started off with Angelman. I used to hate Angelman. I didn't get it. But then when I got it, I like the complexity. So fragrance like Cartier Roadster, it's a very mature fragrance. You have to understand. I'm not trying to justify or say that, I'm moving from what I said. No. I'm not moving from what I said. What I'm saying is, it's just one nose, one person, okay? These two factors. And third of all, it's my taste. It may not be same as yours, okay? My duty is to bring out a fragrance which I think, for example, Davidoff Silver Shadow Altitude, okay? So this fragrance, to my nose, it was a fantastic cheapie. You may not find it to be most complex or longest lasting. I'm not saying that. It's like the juice color a lot. I like the bottle a lot. I like the price tag a lot. I like how it smells, the most important part. And I said always, still, try it. I didn't say go and run and buy it, because that would be so wrong. Because it worked for me, may not work for you. You may not find it spectacular, But yeah, compared to what's available in that price range and within that kind of family, I think, why would you spend so much? And if you see the comment below the review, you see many people, most of the people, they use this fragrance. They said they love it a lot. It was their signature scent. They went multiple bottles. So you see majority people liking it. It's highly likely it's a crowd pleaser. It's a safe fragrance. but there's no such thing. You know, I'll tell you, there's one fragrance I never could take, but I got a small mini of CK1. The newer one or the older one, I'm not sure. The florals come out too strong and gives me headache, but I still keep it for collection and reviewing once again. I got the vintage CK1, by the way, and by the way, thanks to Sterling Enterprise for providing me with that one. So what I'm trying to say, the first topic is fragrances are subjective in terms of smell. That is one thing. Second thing I would say, subjective is how much compliment you get. People around you could be nice, people around you could be douchebags, people around you could be ignorant, you know, illiterate. They don't know fragrances. They think body sprays are much better, you know. People will tell you that. Also, longevity is another issue. Everybody's skin is different, guys. Even though I look like oily face and everything, sometimes I'm like living in the subcontinent, must smell like curry and stuff, right? Many of you are like, oh, these guys eat rice, curry all the time. That's a general consensus. No, we don't always eat curry. As a matter of fact, curry is not my favorite thing. I like more like steaks, fast food and stuff like that. Anyway, what I'm saying is my skin is kind of shitty for holding fragrances, but sometimes I get really fantastic performance from Shura, Kuros. I would say Cartier Lenvol is fantastic on me. Some fragrance, I'm telling you, like Narciso Rodriguez for him, EDP, Dior Intense, Dior Parfum, they last lifetime on me. Whereas fresh fragrances, even Acqua di Gio, not Acqua di Gio last on me. I would say Versace Purhomme, Versace Manu Fresh, they last moderate on me. Many people get B smooth performance with Dolce & Gabbana light blue. Boom, you know, I get longevity, but I don't like the smell. I'm telling you frankly. So yes, so you have to remember, when you see a review, see some more reviews, read some more, do some more homework. I spend a lot of time on Fragrantica base notes. I read people's comment under YouTube reviews, because people who are commenting are the real life people. They have used the product, so they know, they're sharing experience. So if you read 10 comments and it has at least 8 positives or 7 positives, you know, by the way, you know, you have to trust your instinct. Last thing in that process is, when you spend money, you cannot think too much for too long. You see a product in a shop, maybe it's just limited in number, you didn't buy it, you thought too much, sold out. Next day you went with money, it's not available anymore. So when you spend money, it's actually the gain. To love something, you have to sacrifice. So I sacrifice a lot of money, so I love my bottles, I love the game. So it's related. If you do not spend your money, hard-earned money, you'll never grow a passion for it. If without a collection, sniffing, you know, like a lot of fragrance, but you don't use anything, you cannot grow that passion. You cannot be a reviewer without collection. I'm sorry to say that. Even if a small decant, 5 ml, 10 ml, get it, you know, then you get the juice, you get to try it. Experience is important. That's why it's important. I'm saying a lot of these things because they just randomly came to my head. I just want to do this video. Another thing is, I would say, do not regret buying something. Even if you do not like it, you took a risk. Sometimes you have to take a risk. In life, there's nothing, you know, like let's say you cannot get everything, you know, in life. When you buy a car, like let's say Honda Accord and Toyota Camry, just giving you a very simple example. You cannot get the durability or toughness in Camry compared to Honda, but Honda is not going to give you that fuel efficiency that Toyota is giving you. So, you know, if you want to combine everything, you cannot mesh Camry and Accord together, can you? You have to choose your priorities, what you want. You want the looks, you want like nice body kit, you want nice rims, you want fuel consumption, you want the car to look nice, right? So one fragrance will never do everything for you. So you have to remember that. That's why we have so many in collection. We're collecting still, because we want to get that something special. Of course, we're greedy. We are too greedy because we want to try out everything out there, which is not possible. You cannot buy everything in the world, my friends. So you have to prioritize how you want to buy your fragrances. So yeah, these are the basic things I want to talk about. Fragrances are subjective. Spend your hard-earned money, but spend them wisely. Do not blind buy. Do not fall for hype. And as a reviewer to other fellow reviewers, it's my request. You know, it's just I'm a small-time reviewer. I'm gonna keep saying it. I always am gonna be on the ground. Never gonna take off. I haven't seen it all in my life. Definitely, I'm 37 years old. This 9th of May, I'm gonna be 37. I still say that day I die, I'll still be learning. Everything is a learning curve. We are a very small existence in the world, every single life. But if you make good use of it, it could be a precious life. It could be a precious thing that you know, your life, your knowledge, what you contributed to the society. Your work can be bigger than you. People remember by your work and your contribution. So yes, to other fellow reviewers, I would say new and old, please stay true to your work. You know, if you're reviewing fragrances, Stick to fragrance reviewing. Do not push products. Do not hype something up that you got and then you're told to say good things about in exchange of money or something. I'm just gonna stay it out there, because if someone send me, like, I know reviewers. I was talking to one of the guys yesterday, and he's a very big reviewer, trust me, in the community, and he told me, bro, I got free offers for free sample, free bottles. I denied it. I said no. If I'm to say good stuff about your product because you're giving me a free product, I'm not going to do it, because I don't have the freedom to express my opinion. So that's where your ethics come. You do not push a product when someone paid you. You showcase it behind you. You're pushing a designer brand or something because they're endorsing you. Yes, the target is definitely always to be rich, successful, to be viewed, popular. All these things are there. But at the same time, look at what some of the people are suffering. Many people feel betrayed when they buy something following the hype and they do not like it. So yes, maybe people do not have always, most of the time, 85% of people out there do not have access to all the niche, expensive fragrances, even designer fragrances. They cannot buy everything. They can only buy the things they can afford. Students, for example. So I think it's important. That's why I suggest some fragrances within budget, Armafs, Rasasis, this and that. I review everything. You know, whatever I buy, I like. One of the recent hauls, I really love this fragrance, Fande Fendi Assoluto. We'll talk about it soon. What I really feel, the vibe, the love, after using a fragrance on my skin, after asking so many people around, it has to be real, guys. The work has to be real. That's the most important thing. Whatever surrounding it, number of your followers, number of likes and praises, hashtags, this and that, they are not important. If your work is not good, people will forget you one day. You know, my fear is that, you know. So yes, I don't have the best setup, I always say that, but even with this normal setup, I got 10k plus. You know, it's just, you know, it comes from them. You know, it comes from him. I got a screenshot yesterday. One of the Bangladeshi brothers, he sent me like, hey brother, someone's commenting under this reviewer's video and he mentioned your name, that he's from Bangladesh. I feel very proud. So it made me feel proud that I get these messages, you know, because I'm telling you, good or bad, it's my experience, how I liked it to my nose. Longevity, versatility, performance, should you get it, should you try it, or it's a pass, or it's overhyped, if it's overpriced. I tell you that every reviewer should do that. That is the dignity. That's what's gonna keep the fragrance community alive. You can be brutally honest, but be nice, be professional. If you want to criticize someone, be positive about it, you know. Say it right up front. Do not be sarcastic. Do not be like insulting them. These are not nice. If you do not like someone, unfollow them, no problem. You don't have, no one is like putting a gun in your head, like follow these reviewers. We are just trying our best. If you like someone, you like someone. If you hate someone, you say hate someone, no problem. But always try fragrance to your nose, alright? Take care guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.